They didn't get any money. They didn't get uh they didn't get anything. You know what I'm saying? The monetary gain, but they was giving homes, they was giving they was, I mean, I don't know what they was giving. All I know that they was given a place to stay. They probably was getting some food, stuff that they felt like they needed, after a while. You know what I'm saying? For some of the warriors, it got into what I would call, guerrilla pimping, where you actually had to beat certain things out, So today we know that as like, especially when it comes to the men, um, what they call that when you when you do when you embarrass a man in front of a whole community, and you basically take like certain things. I forget the term for it. Like, somebody got to help me out with that. You know what I'm saying? But they basically embarrass him. They do something to his head to get to the point where like he just like don't even want to be a man anymore, because maybe you feel like it's not worth it. So at the end of the day, so they did this, what I would call a guerrilla pimping, to really control their mind. If you can't control it with the words, then some of them actually use these different substances, drugs and diseases and different things to control people. So that was then, you know. So fast forward to now, I said butt breaking. That's what it is, butt breaking. So butt breaking our brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what they do to horses to control them. But check this out. We fast forward to now. All right, today, because it's almost like, what is the difference between pimping to slavery and mental slavery, which is going on today, and actually physical slavery, just like back then. So today we work at these jobs. All right, a lot of us already here. We already call it a plantation. Just spoke with a dude. He was just like, man, I'm heading to the plantation. I'm about to get it in. And so we already aware that it's a plantation. So after that, so let's just think about this. All right, so we work on an average, like really on the average, 10 hours a day. They say 8 hours, but on average, 10 hours a day. Number one, our mind can only focus on one thing for, I would say, 2 hours. You know, then it's by law they should give you a break like every 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And then in the middle of everything, they give you a 30 minutes to an hour break. So to recirculate your mind so you can do what you need to do. So our mind is only set to focus on one thing for 2 hours. Most of the movies only last for like an hour 30, almost 2 hours anyway. Since we can't just focus on one thing. We're gonna rebel, we're gonna walk away. If they have us working a consistent 8 hours, that's a normal cost of rebellion. So they have to give people breaks, things like that. So that's the law. You know what I mean? And by the way, I'm gonna have a brother actually breaking down some of the Willie Lynch theory this coming up Saturday. All right, this coming up Saturday, we're gonna really break that down, Willie Lynch theory, and how it's still effective today, not just with our mind mentally, but what's actually going on physically. You know what I'm saying? So the slavery that's really going on today. And just to speak on the slavery, how do we really know the difference between back then and today? How do we really know if we never really lived back then? All we doing is dealing with what's going on now. And it just don't seem like that we're on top of things, or we too far removed from slavery after the Civil War and things like that. But anyway, and shout out to Major TV in the building. Matter of fact, call up Major TV. Hit that link. I posted it. You know what I'm saying? If you're still in the building, Major. You know what I mean? So we could chop it up. And anybody can hit that link. Let me put that link back up. You know what I'm saying? Gotta hit up that link. And I'm just talking. Like I said, I'm a little under the weather today. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna chop it up. You know what I mean? Just for the chop it up. And by the way, usually on Wednesdays and Saturdays I have When God Speaks. So I want to try to always check those out. I'm gonna have someone that's know what they're talking about, that's in the industries and doing what they do, you know. So but yeah, so basically I'm gonna have like I said, Wednesdays and Saturdays I have someone that's actually like I know I got somebody of the Black Panther Nation that's coming up. Then I got another brother that's coming up that's a professor that actually creating his own school. And I have um, so a couple of other people that's, a lot of people just coming up in the works. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on a few other things, so we can really tie everything together and really work on this unity piece. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, support all Black media, you know, support all Black media. I'm gonna be 100% real. Because right now, this with my screen went blank. As soon as I said YouTube, it's crazy. So I ain't getting paid for none of this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting paid for none of this. So I keep on running this up to y'all to keep things running. It's up to the people. So we can only like as a people. I know how we do. Like we see a Black owned business. Like, oh, let me get a discount. Nah, I'm the type of brother. I hit up a Black owned business. I'm like, let me pay full price, none of that discount stuff, because I know we need it. You know what I mean? So anytime I put out a cash out, or even I'm more than likely going to create a Patreon. So for the people that do want to support this platform, they can do that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's important to support each other no matter what. You know what I mean? Especially if you getting some good things from, whatever the platform is. So I appreciate whatever donation, stuff like that people already threw out, things like that. So it's all love. I do this out of the love. You know what I mean? So but anyway, let's get back to this pimping. So America is it have a mentality, a trickology mentality where they're able to actually use the laws, the real laws of pimping people, and what pimping means is basically what it means to me. Anytime that you are controlling someone's mind for any type of game, you know what I mean? So I'm say someone is controlling someone's mind and they're actually gaining some money or gaining some type of material wealth or something like that. You know what I mean? That's what I feel that um, pimping is. You know what I mean? And let's just think about when it comes to us, because they pimping the mess out of melanated people. They're definitely doing that. They pimping the mess out of us. Let me look into the camera. They pimping the mess out of us. You know what I'm saying? So in many different ways. Many different ways, you name it. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to our jobs, they pimp. You know, when it comes to our likeness, oh my God, they are pimping. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the music, the entertainment, the dance, to our culture, to our inventions. You know what I mean? So they just keep on hunting with out of all the things that we basically built this country. We basically built this country and we can't even get reparations. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing about pimping. Like, hey, I have to get the money first, and that's how we can play. If I can get all the money out of their pocket, and which is time for us, because money equals time. You know what I mean? We spend most of our time making money. So if they can steal time from us, then guess what they got? They have the value of money. They have the power. You know what I'm saying? So, let's just say they're taking 10 hours a day of our life, at a job. You know what I'm saying? And then Like, what do we have left? I mean, we sleep for about, or at least we're supposed to sleep for about 8 hours or whatnot. So let's just say that's already 16, and we spend like a couple of hours, probably probably more. We probably spend like a total of possibly 4 hours getting something to eat, and then we spend a little time resting. Then only so much time to spend with our children. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much 24 hours in a day right there. So when do we have enough time to think for ourselves? When do we have enough time to meditate? When do we have enough time to really, find ourselves? You know what I'm saying? So if we spending most of our time doing for other people, then that's basically other people manipulating what we got going on, our minds and things like that. You know, so that's pimping 101 right there. I can't give her enough time to think. You think I want to think? You think I want black people to think? So then we go into propaganda. All right. Some of us saw the what's that one pimp movie? It's an old pimp movie. I don't know why I forget names, but basically he had him up in a movie theater, right? He was basically speaking on a mic while music, like hypnosis music, was going on, and saying like how they needed him and things like that. You know what I mean? Let's keep it 100. How many of us really think that we need the government? So if I was to sit up here and say, okay, we don't need the police at all, most of y'all would think like, yes, we do need the police because this and the third could happen. You know what I mean? Like, somebody could run up in my house today and steal everything and steal the car. It would be pandemonium if the government wasn't involved. Some people would think like, hey, how am I going to eat if the government is not involved? Some of us just got our income tax checks and praising the government because of that. You know, so yeah, a lot of us really feel that man. I don't know what's up with the live feed today, but it's going in and out. I'm speaking some real stuff from my tripping. But yeah, but yeah. But now I want some of y'all to definitely want some of y'all to call in. I want to chop it over to y'all, see what y'all think about some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff that's going on. Let's talk about what's going on in the world. Let's talk about what's going on in your community. Yeah, well, you want to have a conversation with InFact, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? You want to have a conversation about other organizations, do that, or other people talking down about other organizations. We get it in. We get it in. Like I said, I posted a link. Click on that link. You know what I mean? Click on that link. So, you know, what's up? I don't know, my feed going in and out. I don't really know what's going on today. What is going on today? You know. So, but hey, I'm gonna say they trying to do even more, when it comes to the drugs, things like that, some pimps actually do. They give, whatever women or men, um, different drugs, from coke to weed or whatever. I mean, they pretty much got all those going on over the counter. Then they even got some of those things going on with children. We're giving them certain medicine and things like that from the vaccines. I mean, we know how many vaccines we got today. We even got more newer vaccines coming out. They probably got vaccines that you ain't even ready for. They ain't even hit the shelves yet. You know what I'm saying? Also gonna help control your mind. You know, I mean, talk about MK Ultra. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what they're putting in these vaccines, and we just so happy to think that we're doing the right thing. Like, hey, right here, oh yeah, I'm doing the right thing. Not spreading a disease. You know, So, but yeah, yeah, it's wild. It's wild out here. Dang man, I really want to chop it up. What's up with the link? Something wrong with the link? And I'm trying to chop it up with the people. But like I said, this Saturday we gonna really get it in. And actually, the brother, the brother, the king is coming back through to really drop some gems. You know what I'm saying? So the king, Nubian king, is coming right back at you. He dropped some gems on this the very first when God speak. And definitely planning on bringing him back and dropping some more gems on this. You know, uh, let me see. Yeah, that's right. Psychopaths, all that. They love control. You know what's crazy? When are we going to get to that? What happened if we turn the tables around as a people? What happened if we get into the by any means necessary bag, like Malcolm X said? What happened if we just, they put pimping on us anyway? But what happened if we really get into that bag, like on them? You know what I'm saying? How would that look? Shalom, 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 family. How would that look? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I really want to chop it up. This really what this is for. I got Major coming in the building. You know what I'm saying? Everybody said, "What's up with Major?" I'm going to bring the brother in. For real, for real. Peace, Major. Okay, he blocked out his camera real quick. What's up, man? Y'all say what's up to Major TV in the building. Yeah, I'm gonna take him out. Wait, make sure he's ready and all that. But yeah, there's some real pimping out here. So yeah, I studied some of these books, I mean, like pimping and all these other books. I mean, it's so many of them out here to help us really understand the psychology of where they're coming from, of their minds. I think it's important to know your enemy. It's definitely an important thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah, I got Major setting up his camera and everything. I want to see what's up with the brother. You know, and my feed is kind of, but yeah. Any questions up in the building? You know what I mean? I know some of y'all still hanging with me. Let me take this. What else we got? Definitely, the world is definitely living off our energy. That's a fact. That's a fact. The whole world, not just America. It's pimping all over the world, like they said, right? Like they said, you know. So we get into the bag of like, do you really want to be pimp? You know what I'm saying? And how could we stop being pimp? We think about some of the women that has been pimped and things like that. What do they do to get out of it? What do they do? What did some of the fellas do to get out of it? Because some of that stuff is happening. That happened to the fellas as well. What can we do to get out of it? I feel like the only thing we can do to get out of it is to create our own. You know what I mean? Somebody said, "Hey, we need to leave. We need to leave, then come back and take what's ours." I agree. Like the brother Bomani said, there's no freedom without blood, even if it's spiritual. Most spiritual practice includes blood. You know what I mean? So some of y'all don't want to talk about that. Some of y'all don't want to talk about that at all. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. Like real true freedom. Somebody said we're real slowly getting there. Okay. Okay. Probably so. Probably so. I would like to say so. But I'll be honest, some of the things that's going on today happen exactly the same way in the past. Just like the brother, just like the brother King said, you know, that was on when God speak. He was like, man, when I was younger, some of the exact same things was going on. It's almost like we're on repeat right now, you know. So yeah, yeah. So self accountability, definitely, definitely. I mean, a lot of times we do gotta look at ourselves and really see what's really good, what's going on with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with self? You know, we have to fix self first before we move forward. You know what I mean? And then let me see what else. Yeah, yeah. Got to take charge. We got to take charge as a people. That's really the biggest thing, man. We got to take charge as a people, not as an individual, as a people, all together. You know. So sometimes we have the hardest time supporting each other. I mean, we got like media that's really for our people, and we don't got that much support at all. You know what I'm saying? We already know YouTube ain't gonna do it. I mean, even if they do it, I mean they don't really want to do it. But at the same time, do we really want YouTube to monetize our stuff, or do we want to monetize our stuff as people? Do we want to show love to our own platforms and say, look, this is the information that we need. Let me do what I gotta do to keep this brother going. You know what I'm saying? To motivate this brother any way possible. And if I need to give him a phone call, say, hey brother, keep doing what you're doing. Or sister, keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? Even if I have to dig in my pocket or whatever, you know what I'm saying? To do that support that we all need. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. Let's definitely gotta stop the hate. Definitely gotta stop the hate. You know? That what happened to Major. You know what I'm saying? He done hopped in and hopped out. You know? He then hopped in and hopped out. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, okay, he popped back in. I see. I mean, let me bring my brother on. I say, what's up, the Major
Hey,
TV?
what's up, man?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
I'm all
Peace,
good, man.
peace, King. What's happening, man?
Yeah, peace to the guys.
What's
Peace
up?
to the guys. What's popping with you, man?
We, I'm good. I'm blessed. We echoing, you know that, right?
Yeah, I feel you said I'm echoing.
I'm echoing too.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, hold on, let me see something. Yeah, I feel. No, I don't think I'm echoing on my end. I can hear the you, you know.
Yeah, I'm echoing. What's up?
Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm echoing on my end. I can hear the you. Yeah, you must have it on. You must have it
Oh, my
on.
phone is on my phone.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. You must have it on. You must have it
Oh, my
on.
phone is on my phone. Hold on,
It's all good. I had to push mute on my brother. He over there tripping, man. Yeah. Nah, that's my brother. You know
my bad. Peace, brother.
yeah,
What's up?
yeah. Nah, you good, man. I'm just chopping it up with the people. You know,
All
like I
right, all
just
right.
want to do something different today. Want to see what's on people's minds and things like that. You know what I mean? I know you've
Okay.
been building like the last like few episodes you did on some particulars, you know, of us building as a people and really moving in the direction where we need. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah, that's what we're doing. I was talking about pimping today too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you know about that, you know. But yeah.
I was
I'm talking about how
brainwashing one
society.
time, you know. Right.
Yeah. But I'm talking about how
I was
society
talking.
is doing the things. Yeah.
All
You know what I
right.
mean? If you got anything to add to that, you know.
I
Yeah.
said it again, man. I know what you're talking about, but bring back some context. We're gonna just jump in, you know.
For sure. You know, so I basically just brought up, you know, how society, and I'm gonna say all over the world, really, it's really manipulating our minds and pushing us in a direction where we're being tricked as a, if I could say a nation, but as a people. You know, what I mean, we're being tricked as a people into thinking that we're something that we're not. You know, they told us that we're not kings and queens, or we're not this and that. They even take some of our history and made it. I mean, they take our story and made it his story, which is, you know, the things that they told us. You know what I'm saying? To think about. You know, even when it comes to the schools, you know, they tell you what's important to them versus actually coming up with like the actual figures that's important to everybody. They always say, hey, George Washington, hey, you know, so many different white characters, and what's important in their lives instead of what's important to everybody's lives. I mean, we live in America as far as, and they say this is a melting pot, but for some reason we only seeing what's going on with white people. You know what I'm saying? And we're being controlled by just white people, you know, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
in America. So I feel like it's real pimping that's going on, and a lot of us don't even recognize it. We got to the point where really, some of us really need the government. You know what I mean? Just like someone would actually need a pimp. You know, so or feel that they need a pimp. You know, so I'm just kind of tying everything together so people can really see what we're really know. You know what I
I
mean?
read a lot of Donald Goins books and Iceberg Slim books and whatnot. But yeah, man. First, peace and blessings to everyone. Peace of God. Thanks for having me on, my brother. Yeah, man. It's massive manipulation, deception on the grandest level, right? And we don't realize from capitalism, communism, socialism, all that was created in Africa. You know what I'm saying? And they took and they put a twist. You know, like everything else, the religions, spirituality, all that come from Africa. The first alphabet, first number, right? We have to realize, you know, we was the originators of everything. Science, man. You know how deep science is, right? And how they can't figure out how we built the pyramid. That was straight math. You know what I'm saying? And just imagine everything that's built today is a tribute to ancient days in Kemet, you know, in Africa, and it's nothing, whether it's phones, skyscrapers, what have you, you know. And the sad part about it is they great philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and all of them recognize and Hippolytus, you know what I'm saying? They recognize all that, you know, in Africa, but you gotta realize law. They say under law, everything is associated with Rome, Greek, Latin, right? All that's Africa. You know what I'm saying? They expose all the great architecture work in Rome, and they show that all that was mimicked from Africa, right? Because for a long time, a lot of white science anthropologists, historians was really making Egypt white, right? It was really not trying to associate Africa with anything. To the great historians, Chia and Diop, Dr. Chia and Diop, Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. John D. Jackson, Dr. Ben, and all the rest of the historians exposed that, right? Along a lot of other sisters and brothers. So when he talking about pimping, we really getting pimped because we really, did y'all realize with the pimping game is to put fear in the person, right? First, take their mind, right? Take the sister, whomever mind, unwoman mind, I'm gonna say sister, woman mind, and flip it, right? And making her feel inferior, stepping on her self-esteem, showing her by directing her life how he think it should goes, right? And feed all the BS, right? And that's what happened to black people. And what the guy is talking about is true. So I definitely can talk about that and see slavery. That was the ultimate, like, I mean, I can't even explain. I got the book right here, Name Akbar, Changing the Psychological Slavery. I'm gonna get this book. It's small too, y'all. I recommend y'all read it too. This book is small.
This brother got all the books here.
So small. This book is so small, right? Look at it. It's small, y'all. But you know, it fits on pages. But this brother, Naeem Akbar, right? He breaks it down in simplest terms. He show you all of how they stripped us first, how they stripped our religion, culture, our language, our history, right? And forced their culture, their language, and religion on us. That's why Christianity just looks so down on by blacks once they come into the knowledge, right? And even though it originated out of Africa and whatnot, still you can't get whites to acknowledge that. They don't acknowledge the they came from Africa and so forth, so on. So it's like black churches try to put a twist to it, but you're not really even practicing how it was in ancient days. So this book and what this brother talking about is so real, you know. And what we've been reduced down to, the greatest people, kings and queens, right? Inventors, creators, entrepreneurs, doctors, you know what I'm saying? Scientists, reduced down to people that's wondering what's really going on, what to do. We was also warriors, we was scared to fight. So what this brother's presenting y'all is very powerful.
Straight up. And this sister, it's like she been in Ghana and Egypt. I just want to touch on Egypt, for example. You know, so Egypt, you know what I mean? Like, if you, I don't know how many people been in Egypt or just like seeing like how they work in Egypt. Them people don't really, them people there don't really respect the pyramids or anything in Egypt like that. You know what I'm saying? Like for them, it's all a hustle. You know, they don't look at it as a spiritual thing or anything. It's all a hustle. So they pretty much, it got to the point where they pimping out information. You know what I'm saying? So they taking things out of the tombs, you know, from statues to actual bodies, you know what I mean, they're supposed to be sacred. Just think of someone digging up your people's body and then bringing it somewhere so people can study and then make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's super deep to think about that is actually going on to our people and then our knowledge and things like that. You know what I mean? So it's so many different ways. It's just real. It's just a real deep thing for us to think about. I really want to get us outside of actually needing the government altogether. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us feel like we really need the government, and really we don't. All we need is ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because if we leave it up to them, then they're gonna do what they have to do to take everything from us. Because that's what pimps do. That's what pimps, they take it all. They can't leave you with anything. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, I just want to, you know, put that out there. You know what I mean? But yeah, Egypt and all of our sacred lands, they don't respect it. You know, they don't even respect it. You know what I'm saying? I say the only people that actually hold our sacred lands, it's the Asian people that's on island, because that's our land too. We was there too. There were black or melanated shoguns and that started karate and everything over there. You know, so a lot of that land is sacred, but they keep it for themselves. You know. So which is still a part of pimping as well. They keeping things for themselves, like, hey, nobody can have it. You know what I mean? So all of these lands, it stems from, you know, what we built, but yet they got it, and they don't want to give it up. They don't want to do anything, you know, to push it in our way and have us do anything with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I just think it's that. I just wanted to touch on that real quick to put that in our minds, like for real, like do we really want to be pimping? Is that's what's popping now? You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like that with our music and everything. You know, some of the top music today is like what? You know, we got some of our women saying some wild stuff. You know, and some of the men saying some wild stuff too. You know what I mean? So it's even gotten down to our music. You know, when it comes to what they doing to our mental and things like that. So even our music, they talking about doing different things that's way different from how our music was in the past. Like look at all the number one hits in the past, and then just kind of fast forward to today. So we got, you know, I mean, I can't even think of the names. I'm trying to remember the names of the popping songs today. Like my mind can't even think about what's some of the popping songs, because I know what they are. You know what I mean? So yeah,
That
Yeah,
WAP over there.
he said,
WAP.
oh yeah, that WAP.
Yeah,
WAP.
WAP.
Yeah, that was number
That's
one for like
that's
weeks.
a classic ghetto song, huh? Straight project, straight
Yeah,
hood.
on all the charts, the WAP. I mean, didn't that win a Grammy or something like that, or nominated or something?
I the one that Cardi B on it, bro. It probably got nominated. I don't know. I don't keep it with it, but I heard this.
Yeah, it got both of them on there. Yeah, so for sure, it definitely got nominated at least. But yeah, so that's crazy. Somebody
All
asked
that's
this.
manipulation too, man. All that's brainwashing too. Like, it takes your mind on what's really going on around you. You get caught up in all that there, and you don't think about, what's really going on. Like, there's a pause where you just get off into it. You find an excuse to enjoy. And a lot of times you think that this is really what you really want to listen to and like, but they play that same song over and over again. You go to vibe to it. You go to think it's cool. Sometimes you recite the lyrics. Now understand psychological suggestion and implication and the subliminal shape of the mind.
Yeah, and anytime you shake your head or something, you know what I mean. That means you are actually agreeing to what's going on. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's easy to bob your head to the beat, but once they actually start saying lyrics to it, you actually agreeing to those lyrics, like psychologically. You know what I mean? So that's crazy. I think WAP came on during the election or something like that. So yeah, you're absolutely right. They put out these certain songs to kind of take us away from the things that we need to do as a people. You know what I mean? They know how powerful songs are. You know what I mean? They got it from us.
Well,
They
see,
got the music from us.
the crazy part, man, I listen to some of these songs like, what the hell is this? Like, is they really like trying to market and sell it? It just don't even make sense. Soon, I mean, from the first ball, you know what I'm saying? None
Yeah,
but
that's right.
foolishness, none but craziness, none but just unhealthy
Yeah,
vibrations, man.
yeah,
Unhealthy
yeah.
thinking. Mm.
And they know how powerful that yoni is too. You know what I'm saying? They know how powerful that is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's crazy. That's commercialized, right? But they can't commercialize stuff like this conversation. You know what I mean? But you're gonna commercialize some PUSSY. You know what I mean? That's commercialized. That's crazy. That's wild. I mean, like, how you commercialize something that's supposed to be safe? You know what I mean? Something that's really supposed to be sacred, that actually a melanated being could come through that portal, and it's supposed to be a sacred time, but it's commercialized. Like sex is commercialized. That's wild.
Man, you
So
go to
we can
Walmart,
talk about that.
it's like you on the beach somewhere, man. I mean, you catch some
Yeah,
sisters and women in general just, I mean, they almost half naked, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what
yeah,
they get out of it, but of course we know it's brainwashing. Of course they thinking, well, this how it's supposed to be, and this how you supposed to look when you got a body, whatever. And we don't understand how our minds are being so subliminally shaped, and it's sad for us to even not value um
yeah,
our bodies, you know what I'm saying, as much as our mind, and our spirituality. It's crazy, like.
yeah. And I'm gonna say it like this because I know some women feel a certain way. Some women would actually say, "Hey, in Africa we was naked, and but you got to think about it. We in the different times today. You know what I'm saying? We in a time where, like you could have on everything, covering up your eyes and everything, and it's a brother could be thinking sexually about that person just right off the bat. You could cover up every single thing. People still, so you don't want to leave no opportunities for any of more, because we're overly sexualized. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing. That's
right.
what's wrong with us. We're overly sexual. We think about sex and we supposed to be in church. You know what I'm saying? You know, praising whoever. But all of a sudden we look over and we think about sex. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way that things are going, in our minds and what's being marketed. You know, somebody said, what's my thoughts on GMJ making mainstream media? Let me put that on it. All right. I mean, so my thoughts on that is, yeah, and I made a little video about it. and actually Major TV made a video about that as well. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a good look, but like I say, we got to be 2 steps ahead of the game. You know, when it comes to actually that. So we got to get into the bag and use some people as well, just like they're using us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they using his brother. You know, the information, but I'm pretty sure because he's one of those thinkers as well. So I'm pretty sure like, hey, you know, you can use this, but I'm gonna use that to gain more attention my way, and then to recruit more people my way. You know what I mean? So long as you can put out the right story, we could probably keep on building, you know, and kind of seeing. So as that sister or whoever that was, you know, get the sweet or whatever you call it, you know, the exclusive interviews. He's going to be building on his end. That's what I feel. You know, Akashi speech. You could call in too, sis. Yeah, we could chop it up too. But yeah,
Let me add to
let me see.
let me add to it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I thought it was a beautiful look because I know black people right now, they don't even know about Grandmaster Jay. In fact, don't really know anything about it. And I believe that you have to, in this situation when you're trying to show black people self-defense, self-empowerment, self-determination, doing for self, he has to become public. You know, we just have to watch what we say. That's all, you know, unless we're really willing to go all the way. I think it was beautiful. I think MSNBC did a good job in really correcting a lot of stuff about there was zero violence, you know, during the protests. They went through the right legal protocols, and the fact that they allowed Grandmaster Jay to really, and his sister Shy, to really express themselves, whereas the specific question they was asking, even though it was kind of redundant, you know, and I don't know, it was like she was trying to track them down, she asked a couple questions the same way. I feel like they answered it, and it was direct. It was no beating around the bush. And for the FBI stuff, I thought that was definitely, I thought that was that was a lie about they're not investigating because they're not, you know, flag like these other white militias and whatnot for violence. But we know they watched because they would have never charged their brother, you know, wrongfully like they did.
Right, right. And I wish they would have mentioned something on that, you know, said like they probably charged them wrongfully, but you know, yeah, that would have been nice if they just would have added that because there was some bullshit on how they charged.
Yeah. Okay. And then after making the interview, just not talking about he cite no violence.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I've been keeping game to some of the subliminals they, you know, different ones threw in. I ain't catch too many, but you know, it was pretty decent.
And the sister asked a couple questions, bro, like, why y'all do what y'all more than once, like. And they stayed firm in the answer. I'm like, why are you coming to trick back asking the same question a different kind of way? She already was asking the answer, you know?
Yeah, straight up. Trying to trip him, I guess, you know, see if they could get something different. Right. Yeah. Some people actually feel like Coachy speaks, you know, feel like hey, they trying to implement a new gun law, you know. So that's an agenda that they're trying to push through. You know what I'm saying? So just showing, because anytime you see black people with guns, people get scared. You know what I mean? Especially white people. You know, so you see a whole bunch of black people with guns just blasting. You know what I mean? And they all saying peace, everything. Like, yeah, that's terrifying to Americans and people all over the world. Really, you know, white people for that matter.
That's sad how they think about us, though. That's how they think about us. They think we're not gonna pick up guns. That's the sad part.
Yeah. That's what they think, like a bunch of gangbangers. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, look at this. What crew is this? Is this a new Crip crew or something? You know?
Right.
But yeah, you know that. I mean, it's possible it could be agenda just to show, like, hey, look, they plan on doing something with these guns, so maybe we need to change the laws. You know what I mean? So they did it with the Panthers. You know. So, and they mentioned in the interview about the Panthers, like they resemble the Panthers from the past, and that's exactly what they did is change the laws when it comes to them. So they couldn't really carry guns, you know. Like that's why some of the laws is a little hard for you know, gun carriers, all because of the Panthers back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's something to think about. That's a very good point.
the white folks, the good thing about it, the white folks don't just let it go down like that. So in that sense, they do share that same sentiment about the gun laws. You know what I'm saying? I mean, having gun rights. So that's the thing we gotta look at too. Even though the federal government is very powerful, but we do have white people that definitely is against it. So I don't know. I don't think I'm able to be successful, but they have an agenda to try to stop it, though. You know that.
Man, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, let's just say if all the guns went away, we going back to these. They really want that with us. They really want that. All right, you know what I'm saying? We can do that. Yeah, I'm cool with that. But they don't want that.
There's gonna be a lot of shootouts, bro. There's gonna be a lot of killings, bro. For real. If you ain't getting
They'd rather have this. It's a reason why they have a gun. That's probably the only reason why they still where they at is because of these guns. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it real.
And the white boys like to jump, bro. They don't like to fight one on one. They would jump you, son.
No, they still be getting beat down too. I didn't see so many videos. They try to jump brothers and they still get beat down.
Your boy, they beat knock the white boy out and I'll bust them up.
You say who?
Your boy from LA, the
Whack.
Whack, yeah, Whack 100.
Yeah,
he was kind of tired. He did his thing.
Oh man, he was like an old fighter. It was funny though.
That boy lived up to that right hook, huh? That boy sleep that right hook.
Yeah, he still got it. He still got it. But yeah, though. But nah, I feel like they way more strategic. You know, they would rather scare us. But I feel like it's one thing that would do with they'll change the laws in a strategic way. You know what I mean? They'll make it seem like we're not supposed to carry, but there's probably like certain people that can carry, you know, and they'll be okay. You know, like for example, so I'm gonna have the same person, you know, coming up on Saturday to actually talk about, you know, some of the legalese that's going on. You know what I mean? Like for example, black don't mean anything in the court of law. You know what I'm saying? You go look that up in the law book, black don't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? So if you go in the courtroom and say you black, then that you might as well say like, I am nothing. Come take me and do what you want to. You know, so you can't even claim you black, African American, or anything. You actually have to have a proper status in order to represent yourself in the court. So even if your lawyers say that you're black, you're done. You know what I'm saying? They can do whatever they want to do with you. You know what I'm saying? With the color of law and things like that. So, you know, that could be a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? You saying you're a black gun carrier? No, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? They could arrest you just for that. Unless we change our status, you know, into something more like we call ourselves Hebrew, we call ourselves Israelites, we could call ourselves Nubian, something that actually could represent itself in court. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's all a legalese thing that they can play with. I feel like that's important as well. You know what I mean? So let me see. Let me see. Who else we got? I got a bunch of comments. Yeah, but that's it. I mean, I just wanted to chop it up with the people today. You know what I mean? Like I ain't really had nothing. Like I told them I'm under the weather for real. You know what I'm saying? Something happened the other day. I was just like, yo, I really had to sit back and really think about exactly what's going on. What is the ancestor trying to tell me? You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't want to be that dramatic. I ain't gonna say exactly what happened, but it was, and
I have lower back pain. That's why I've been doing that, man.
You said lower back pain? Yeah. Okay.
I'm off for the rest of the week, but I ain't gonna try to do it no more. I pushed that live last night with the drug style Wi-Fi. It was awful, but you know what I'm saying? And it was just breaking up a lot of my stream, man. But like, I did a little audio today, but my mind's in my back now, man. My physical's in importance, but I still jump on and support. You know what I'm saying?
Phil, appreciate you. You know what I mean? You gotta stop lifting them heavy weights, man. I know you be pumping them, man. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Man, I'm doing so much, man. Like I had to kind of lay off of YouTube a little bit, kind of get this website. That's why I talk black to me. I'm trying to do the website, couple things. I made a few sales tonight, so some flat screen TVs and microwaves. I'm trying to make all my move on the online business, but it's kind of like, kind of get dragged. I'm getting caught in so much spray thing. I kind of like slow down a little bit,
Yeah, I feel you. I feel that.
I'm a hustler, bro. I'm trying to get that bag.
I already know.
Yeah,
You gotta do what you do. You gotta support you if nobody else do. You know what I'm saying?
you already know, man.
That's how it is. You know what I mean? Like, brother, I ain't gonna hold you and let you, rest up. You know what I'm saying? Put some icy hot on their back.
For sure, man. Look, thank you for letting me come on. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to love. Man, holla at me, man, for sure. Appreciate that.
For sure. You know we gotta chop it up, man.
All right, my bro. Y'all take care. Peace.
All right. Yeah. Peace to God. Yeah. What's up, brother? Major Talk TV. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the brother. You know what I'm saying? If y'all haven't already, he bringing in true information as well. You know what I mean? That's my brother. We all working on some, the medias and putting all the black medias together so we can come up with our own, like CNN and Fox News and all that junk that's out there. We need our own. You know what I'm saying? We need our own. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm gonna keep it open for other people that want to chop up and talk about things. Like I said, I can talk about anything. For real. I'm a little knowledgeable about everything. Still under the weather a little bit, got something going there. I go ahead and open up to you. I'll tell y'all what happened. You know what I'm saying? So my house almost burned down. You know what I mean? If I wasn't paying attention, it would have all been gone. You know what I'm saying? So, I got these neighbors or whatever. You know what I mean? They set up something, on the porch, forgot about it, then boom, a fire. Small fire. Like I say, it was a lot of smoke. They hit our lungs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So had to take care of it, and yeah, it is what it is now. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I had to stuff like that. I had to pay attention to and be like, hey, it's the ancestors trying to tell me something. You know what I mean? Because that didn't have to happen. It's just like really like a freak accident almost. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's just some stuff I had to think about. Like really, like it was interesting to me. And I woke up in the AM, and then somebody else was talking about a fire and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, definitely someone trying to send me a message. You know what I mean? So sometimes we gotta listen to what certain messages are. Nothing happens on accident. Everything happens on purpose for a reason. So you gotta listen to those signs, look at those signs, and be able to really study those and reflect and figure out exactly what's going on. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing. But like I said, a lot of smoke got into my lungs and got a sore throat now. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on. Anybody else want to chop it up? You know what I'm saying? I still got it open. You can click on that link and come on in. I really want to see some of y'all like give like a visual and emotion. I see some of y'all icons and names, but if I can get some of y'all faces and things like that, that'll be a beautiful thing. I know some of y'all been supporting since day one, since I started doing it. You know what I mean? So yeah, you already know teas, fruit. Hey, look, I'm vegan. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not supposed to be getting sick. You know what I'm saying? So, I know I definitely gotta drink more fluids. I'm lacking in that. So I gotta definitely drink more fluids. You know what I mean? I got the baby right here. I gotta drink all this up. You know what I'm saying? So get my gallon. You know what I'm saying? Some tea and all that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and because I don't know what's going on. I don't got people calling in. I'll be real. I'm probably not gonna open up the floor no more for people to call in because people ain't doing it. I said call in, but really you could click in, you can get right in and we can chop it up. You know what I mean? But we at an hour now, so I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it like this, I'm for the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm for the betterment of the people, so the object of this is to make sure our mind is focused on in the right direction and think about the things that we need to think about as people so we can move forward. You know what I mean? So I'm going to continue with different, conversation and subjects. But my main thing is I just don't want to talk. I actually want to build. I mean, so we got certain people out there that's hitting me up and hitting other people up or whatever, just want to build and do things, strategically. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to OGTV. I see, peace of guys. We gotta chop it up. That's a very organized sister. I like what she do. We gotta chop it up. But yeah, we gotta get it in as people. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't like getting pimped, it's best to, do what you gotta do with some people and really connect. So just like my sister that's coming in, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, you'll have to connect your microphone and mic, and then we can get it in. So the sister Coty speaks is popping in a second. I don't really know. So if you're doing it from your computer, it's perfect. If you're doing it from your phone, it may have something that you can connect your microphone to your phone and also connect your video as well. So I'll wait till the sister get it together. Well, yeah, you say, you need a mic. Yeah, you need a mic so I can hear you. The thing is, not an actual mic. It could be a mic that's through your phone already. You know, so and I'm giving y'all the opportunity because some of y'all will email me and talk about different things. Some of us are discreet, but if you just want to chop it up, we can do that right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I open up the floor. CD Till, my St. Louis brother. What's up, man? Yeah. Yeah, you already know. You already know what's up. CD Till in the building. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm waiting on Coty speaks. I don't know what's going on with the mic, things like that. And I'm new to this, so I'm new to this platform. But anyway, yeah, unity. Yeah, some of us been in touch with Grandmaster J information that's been putting out for a while. So it's only a beautiful thing to connect with other people just on the same page. Some of the people that you can see on this live and other people's live, just connect, see what's going on, how you can build, you know. So I mean, I got so many things going on my end as well. So I'm gonna still wait a little bit for the coach who speaks. Maybe she got to hop back in. I don't know what happened, what's going on, but yeah. Okay, she said it won't let her phone. Okay, so it's different for phones. Okay, it may just be a computer thing. So the phones can't get in. If you're looking at it from your phone, my apologies, you can't get in. I'm guessing that's what it is because that seems to be exact. But if you're having to watch it from your computers and other things, then you can definitely tap in, things like that. So anyway, I'm going ahead and sign off. I didn't spend like a good hour. Major Talk TV, then bounced up in here. You know what I mean? My brother. You know what I'm saying? And so that's all appreciated. I hope y'all definitely learn something and we can move on and get to the point where we not being pimped. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna name this: Are we being pimped, or are we being pimped by the system? I'm gonna name it something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I always say, PTTG, which is peace to the gods. I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your day. Till next time, hopefully I can see the same people Saturday and more of y'all Saturday. It's popping on Saturday. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got the brother Nubian King coming back in. You want to drop some more gems on y'all. You know what I mean? So look out for that. All right. I'm going to rest up. I'm gonna drink some more fluids and things like that and get good, you know. So, all right, y'all. Peace to the guys.
Yeah. They insured the ships, they paid for the whips, they funded the expeditions, they paid for the trips, and they talk about genocide, they funded our Holocaust, they screaming out Mazel Tov from throwing. Yeah.
Okay. Right when I was exiting out, I got a sister coming right in. So I don't want to, leave without the sister blessing us with some knowledge. So I'm gonna bring her right on. Leslie Smith in the building. How you
Grand
doing?
peace to the God. I have to get on here and say this because what you guys are doing is beautiful. And I waited a long time, because my generation didn't do it. We were afraid. But now that you guys are doing it, I support it. And I tell my people all the time, what is about to come down the pipe is nothing pretty. It's going to be destruction, and it's going to be despair everywhere. Get your house in order. Get your mind in order. Get you in order. I had to go back and relearn my religion. My religion is Buddhism. And when you practice Buddhism, it's spiritual.
Absolutely.
And Yahweh is spiritual. You have to get educated about where you came from. You have to be educated of who you are. And you have to be educated on all levels of life. I thank you guys so much for doing this, because my generation, we didn't. We didn't. We didn't fight anything. We didn't protest anything. We didn't do nothing. We just let the generation go by. But to say the least, I support this movement, because America have never been good to my people. My people haven't been good to my people. But I understand where it comes from, and I understand how to get rid of it. Just show them love. Just tell them you love them. But some people don't know what the word love means. They think it's oh, I love you because of the way you look. No, I love you because you're another being like me. And when you are like me, you of me. And all I can say to the people, organize, talk about it, and come up with solutions. If anyone ever read this book called Nigger Please, this doctor said it so plain and simple. We don't have time to meet and eat anymore. We have to meet and have a solution. And if we don't have a solution, it's going to keep going on and on and on. But all I can say is to the NFAC, to you, OC the Great, thank you. Thank you. Because my generation, we are lost. But the ones who were behind them, we caught up. And we are very well awoken to what is going on around us. Unplug yourself from the matrix. You are in a matrix. The games they play, we've been did them. They've been playing them. All I can say to my brothers and sisters out there, out here listening, get yourself in order. Because Yahweh is not of disarray. He of order. And if you come at someone, come at them with the truth and not a lie. We've been lied to for so many years. It's time out for lying. Learn how to discern yourself from those spirits, because the Nephilim is amongst us. They're everywhere you go, especially amongst my people. We need to beat these drums, these tribal drums, every day. Blow that horn. People know what that means. They sound the alarm every Wednesday. Why not blow a horn? Why not beat a drum? Get your attention. Attention. The alarm has been sounded and it's coming. The world is not going to change. It's us that have to change. We have to decide no more. Let's move. Let's move. And I love you guys. I love you from the bottom of my heart. It's an unconditional love. And when you have unconditional love, boy, that's a deep feeling. That's a deep and rotted feeling that makes you, you ain't gonna do anything to this person right here. Because I got that person back. I got their back, their side, their front, they up, they're down. If I could help anyone going through this journey of life, I do it. I do it. And I'm so sorry that our leader got shut down because the teaching he was teaching was going to have people in an uproar. Not a bad uproar, but an uproar of joy, an uproar of happiness. We were going to finally find out who we are and what had happened to us. Because when I was coming up, I lived in the village. I didn't live in a community. I lived in a village within a community. We couldn't go past a block from the house. If we did, Miss Johnson was standing at that door watching. Turn back around and go back to your house, Morris. You cannot speak to the young children today without them cursing you out. Shameful. Shameful. Respect. Respect is a word that they have no meaning of knowledge of. I respect everything that is human and everything that has a soul. And all I can say to you, OC the Great, thank you. Thank you. Thank you to Major TV, Talk Black to Me Radio, Talk all these people that's putting the word out. It's time to get moving. Time out sitting down. We sat down long enough. Stand up. Stand up. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. Focus on one thing at a time and watch how you proceed and watch how you start meeting goals. This is Babylon, and Babylon is falling. It is falling all around you. You don't even see it, but it's falling. And I know one thing for sure. The Most High is sick and tired. He's sick and tired. He had enough. So he sent the messenger first. And if you're not listening to the messenger, you're not listening to anything. We as people must look within ourselves and say, is that really me? That's me, really me acting like that? I am from the generation that came before the 2000 babies. I'm from the 50s. And I saw the discrimination. I witnessed the terror that they put on Black people. I was a young girl sitting out of Charity Hospital emergency, watching the NOP whip heavy on this albino. And I asked my dad, why is that police beating that man like that? Mind your business. No, somebody should have stopped them. Somebody with some kind of courage should have walked up to them and said, y'all need to stop beating this man like this. We have been afraid for so long. It's time out for being afraid. It's time to walk within your purpose. And brother, you are walking in yours. You TV, Major TV, Talk Black to Me, you guys are walking in your purpose. And I give all my thanks to Yahweh for bringing you to me and showing me the road I should travel. And I can't say enough. Wake up, my people. Wake up. It's not hard. Read a book. Unplug from the TV. Unplug from the computer. Read, research. Always be on the look for more knowledge. The more I learn, the more I love me more. Because guess what? We are from very, very high, majestic people. There's none like us. It's none like us. And all I can say to you, brother, is keep your head to the sky. Keep your feet on the ground. Now, if you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go further, take someone with you. And that is what we forgot to do. Stop and stick our hand behind our back and say, come on, come on. I'm not leaving you. I'm taking you with me. All I can say is our children need protecting. Our mothers need protecting. Our moms need protecting. Our fathers need protecting. Our whole generation of people, family need protecting. And I always used to get on my Facebook page and try to explain to these young girls, y'all getting back too much money from the IRS. Not to say you're not packing a gun. I pack a gun and a knife. It's going to be a fair fight because I'm not going to let you harm me or no one around me that I love, that I care a lot about. The NFNC woke me up. Grandmaster Jay shook me to my core. He took my soul and shook it loose and said, hey, wake up, wake up, wake up out of this. This is not where you belong. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. And all I could say, anybody in the Louisiana area want to hook up, want to get together and talk, bring a solution. I'm tired of talking and eating meat and feeding people. Talk and let's come up with a solution. All that eating is overrated anyway. Eat you some fruits and vegetables and watch you wake up. Watch you wake up. As soon as you leave that processed food and meat alone, watch you start seeing everything so much clearer.
Oh my God, facts. Preach. You preaching. Keep going. Yeah, I love it.
Get that water in you. Get that alkaline water in your body.
Mm-hmm.
Move. Bob Marley came through and left us a legacy of prophecy. Get up, stand up for your rights. He told us, do it. He also told us, if the cap fit, wear it. And we are stiff-necked fools. Don't want to believe in nothing but our vanity. No, it's not your vanity. It's not about you. Yeah, you might look good, but it's not about you. It's about us. Us. Not about me, but we. A force of us, they wouldn't know what to do. They will fall to their knees and say, oh my, what is this? What is this? And I cannot wait until the formation of 2 million. I am going to be in that number. I am going to be standing with my brothers and sisters. Because guess what? We cannot fight this battle alone. We need each other. I might not be the smartest one, but I got a mind and I could think. And I could probably tell you some things that will blow your mind. And you probably could tell me something that will blow my mind. We don't know until we start talking. And when we start talking, we start coming up with ideals. We start coming up with ways to do it. It's not hard. It's very easy. First, we got to leave the feelings at the door. First, we got to say, this is not about me. No, it is about the generation coming behind you. Because my generation, almost all of us are just about either dead or half dying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to think about that. Like, well, what happened to a certain generation when it comes to like, because we have OGs and things like that. Like, basically, the people that could actually be a mentor towards the youth. So when it comes to just the people that's older than me, because I'm 35. You know what I mean? So when it comes to like people that's 20 years older than me and things like that, like what happens to that mentorship to kind of push us in the right direction when it comes to like true leadership, and how a black man or a black woman should actually be. So how should we treat ourselves? How should we go forward and move towards true happiness and true freedom? You know what I mean? I always wonder like what happened to those people, to that generation of people that's supposed to be giving the people that's under them or the children that's under them gems to move in the right direction. So we have people that some of the people that was a part of the Black Panthers that's looking in a whole different direction than where they was doing then. You know what I mean? Like what happened? I always wondered about that. Like what exactly happened to that generation? I know it's got to be something. Yeah.
Excuse me. They were scared of the children coming behind them because of the vile mouths these children have, of you not telling them nothing. So we backed off. We let them go. We said, it's my life or their life. And I'd rather not take that life. I would rather just step back.
Mm.
We turned the we into me. Me and mine is all right. I ain't worried about that. But we have to get out of that type of thinking and start thinking he is a part of we, not just me. We, it's all of us. It's all of us that look like each other. I don't care where you go on this continent of the world, you're going to always run across somebody that's going to look exactly like you.
Facts.
Exactly like your family. And you're going to wonder, is that my family? It's not that we don't want to speak to children, but the parents have put in their kids' head, you don't let no one tell you anything. And we said, we're not going to be bothered with that. We're not. But we need to come up out of our shell also and say, enough is enough. You stop that cursing. That is not nice. You don't treat each other like that. And what comes down the pipe, it comes down the pipe with the parent. It starts at home. You have to educate your children at home before they could go out into the world. Because the world is very wicked and evil. And the people will do some evil things to you just because.
Absolutely. I agree 100%, and it really takes a village as well, to raise our children. So we can no longer turn our backs on our children. That's one of the reasons why I do what I do, with the children, from the after school programs and going into the schools and teaching them different things, just being a positive influence and a positive like role model, so they can look at something different versus whatever that the board of education want to teach our children. They're at least getting something different from me, so they can have some type of balance, so they can decide exactly what they want to do with their lifestyle. So versus just having it one way as they would like it. So it's very important to think about our children when it comes to everything that's going on, because they are the future. Without them, what are we really going to be as a people in the future if we don't take care of them? You know what I mean? So more than likely, they're going to go towards the people that's being taken care of them. You know, a lot of times we let the government do that for us. It's not the right way.
It's not. It's not. It's not. Because the education system, to me, I don't have any children in school, in elementary or high. But the way they are teaching these children right now, that's ludicrous. That's crazy. 1+1 = 2 all day. I don't care how you try to make it go to the end of the block and back. 1+1 = 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they are teaching these children is mocked. It's crazy. It's crazy. You understand? And I understand some parents that is their only care for their child while they're at work. It's hard being a single parent. That's why I always try to get these single parents to get on the same page with each other. Look, let's start our own school, our own home school. Let us start doing this with our children on this weekend. You have to start somewhere. You have to expose the children to different things.
Absolutely. You know, so
And
you gotta have something.
I applaud you on your after school care, because when I tried to introduce one to the neighborhood, these people shut me down like, we don't want that. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Yeah. So, I mean, we got to find different strategic ways to sometimes we got to trick other people into consciousness. So, you know, even with the program, we got to say things in a way like, let me put sports in it, you know, to kind of, you know, or whatever the case may be.
Activities.
You know, different activities. Like, hey, we want to take them this, that, and the third after school. Like, at least you don't have to worry about it. You can work your overtime for this week.
Right.
You got to trick people into consciousness, you know what I mean? So just like the media, and they're doing it with their own propaganda through commercials and everything else. So we gotta flip it in return. We gotta have our own campaign of tricking people into actual good knowledge and the way that we should go as people. So yeah, and that's something that we're working on with the black media thing that we're putting together. So
because
the whole thing of
we need our own everything, because I don't even look at the TV anymore because it's so full of crap. It's so polluted. You mean to have to figure this out? No, don't worry about it. I'll research and find out for myself. But just like I say, brother, I thank you. I thank you, Major TV, Talk Black to Me Radio, and every media out here that's pushing the movement, because it's important that it's alive. If it dies, we die. So we have to push this forward. We have to start telling people about different things, to get them aware of what is happening to them. We can't just all the time just talk. We got to show. We got to show.
If you build it.
Prove. And just like I tell people all the time, you knock on this door, you're welcome to anything in here. Anything I have is yours. Because I know one thing. I know what it's like to be homeless. I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like to be broke. I know all those feelings. And I have empathy and I understand. Don't be so proud that you can't say, can you loan me? Can you give me? When it's an open mouth gets nothing. It gets absolutely nothing. Because I can't read your mind.
Yeah. Absolutely. I appreciate you, sister, for coming in and dropping that knowledge and the gems. You definitely made me feel better. Sometimes I feel like I be talking to myself, or do anybody else want to share different things? So I appreciate that, because that lets me know that there's more people out there that's really on the same page. So and there's a bunch of people from Louisiana that can definitely connect with you. I don't know if you want to put your email in the chat or something like that. But we got people from all over that can connect. So I would love for people to connect with you, to help you build, for y'all to build together, and things like that.
Thank you. Because someone told me a story. I saw it with I didn't see it, but my husband did it. He hired some Mexicans to, when you know how the flood was, once it came, everything was a mess. When my husband put these Mexicans to work and came back, they were sitting on the sidewalk waiting on him. It takes us. And one guy made a video about the Mexican bought a duplicated house. He got his friends. And the next morning, the house was there. Imagine what we could do. Imagine how far we could go. We're tired of standing at the starting gate. We want to move. And we want to move forward. And we want to move with each and every one of us. And thank you again for allowing me to come on and speak.
No problem. No problem. And like I said, definitely leave your email, because I know the sister of Culty Speaks. She's from Louisiana. You know what I mean? So you could definitely talk to her. She's setting up with a lot of different things on her end as well. So if you want to go ahead and put that down, I mean, I'm going to put the stream back up if you need to go back and actually see this email. And yeah, you could definitely jot that down and reach out to her. So
I sure will. I sure will. Someone is leaving an email address now. I don't know who he wants you to give it to. Give my email. Well, okay, I'll go back and I'll check. And thank you again, OC. Y'all stay with your feet on the ground and your head to the sky, because you are doing what Yahweh has planned for you to do, and you accepted it and you embraced it, and you're working in your purpose. Don't ever feel like you're alone out here, because you're not. You're not alone. You're not alone. That's why I say beat those tribal drums. Sound the horn.
Like that. Let
us know that you are near and far, and if you're far, we still could hear it, because we are on one accord. And when you're on one accord, you connect. As soon as you see something, oh, I felt something. That person gave me electrical charge. And then when you sit down and get to start talking, you're like, I knew something about you that I liked. And I will continue to talk with you and be around you, because you're giving off good vibes. You're not giving off anything evil. And I like to say thank you again, because you guys are always in my prayers, because me and Yahweh, we always talking. I'm always talking with him. And when you talk with him, he gives you the answer you're looking for. And you ask him to show you your purpose, and he did. And he did. All right, brother, thou keep your heads to the sky, and always remember, you're not alone. You're not alone. And I love my Black people. I love my people to death. I just, want us to do what's right and proper. And y'all have a lovely evening, and shalom to you.
Shalom, shalom. Peace to the gods. All right. Thank you, sister. Yeah, love that. What a better way to end this off? I appreciate that bill right there. Appreciate that bill. And again, peace to the guys. And y'all stay connected with each other. I mean, because it's very important. So this is the beginning. Like everybody on this chat, we building something big. You know what I'm saying? Something that we need to move forward. So, y'all part of that. Y'all part of history. I just want to let y'all know that. So keep this going. Like keep sharing it. Share it as much as possible. So people could get in tune with what's going on. So myself, Top Blasphemy Radio, Major Talking, whoever else is out here doing it, because I see others doing it as well. You know what I mean? Sometimes they don't get the love and things like that. So, but again, peace to God. I appreciate y'all being a part of this history right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this off. And till next time, I'll see y'all Saturday. I mean, we're really gonna get it in on Saturday. That's for sure. All right.
They insured the ships, they paid for the whips, they funded the expeditions, they paid for the trips, and they talk about genocide, they funded our Holocaust, they screaming out Mazel Tov from throwing the Molotov. Hit you in your noggin, now your yarmulke falling off. It's Yahweh or the highway, you'll be there when the shot is spark. When the shots hit your chest, it'll burn like Cardi Dark. Return of the Falasha, kill the white Jew imposter, because you lack the matzah to deal with my people proper. Now you gon' have to deal with this bleeping shotgun, the slumlord. The moment you see me, you know you done for. You even see my face on your TV, you better run for it. The evil Hebrew, unequal, you claim to be the chosen people. The wrath of God come to see you. No respect for Israel, you criminal, set the colony. You hate me cause I'm speaking the truth. You try to silence me.
I believe in my God and in my gun. You said, oh, you don't really believe in God. If you believe in the gun, I believe in God and my gun. And I pray that you will bless you. When it's time